So, hello everyone, Radhe Radhe, Namaste to you all. My name is Sky Shanti, and this is going to be the start of this YouTube channel sharing my journeys and travels in and to India. I'm currently by Rome, Italy. Actually, I was not planning to stay here. I was traveling from Malaga, Spain to New Delhi, and I'm planning to have a beautiful spiritual journey in India, as I've been to India, going to India all my life. My parents have taken me there since I was a little baby, and my mother is also a yoga teacher who has a company called Sun Food Yoga, and we give yoga retreats in the south of Spain and also in India. Yeah, and this time I'm going back to India again, as I do very often, and with the intention to go even deeper into the spiritual journey and connect it with the light, with the source, and connecting more and more with the devotion and yeah, with the light, with the source. So yeah, a little bit to share my story. I'm from the Netherlands. I was born in the Netherlands. I grew up in the south of Spain, near Granada in Malaga, in the mountains, in a community called Beneficio. It's a rainbow hippie community, so I grew up there. And with my parents and my brother, we used to go to India every winter and stay in India. And my mother used to teach the yoga also in India. But I only became really genuinely interested in the spiritual path since I was 16. I had done ayahuasca ceremony, which is a sacred medicine plant ceremony from South America, from the Amazon, and that completely opened my eyes to, wow, there is so much more than we think. If we see just the physical, people are so disconnected from what is the source. There is the source, you know, the energy where we all come from, which is sustaining everything, which is making everything move, which is making the sun shine and the wind flow and the water, you know, flowing, and which is making every creature living. So then I was like, wow, and it was a complete switch. After I was so fascinated and felt so connected to the mantras and bhajans, and I started really becoming very interested in the spiritual path. So since then I've been traveling also by myself to India and going to many special places like Varanasi, Vrindavan, many places in the Himalayas, and to the Kumbh Mela, which is one of the biggest religious or you could say spiritual gatherings in the world. I had been some years ago to Bodh Gaya, the place where the Buddha became enlightened. So all these very sacred places with very beautiful energy. And then a few years ago I met my Satguru, my spiritual master, Amma, Satguru Mata Amritanandamai Devi, and I met Amma in the south of India. She has the ashram in Kerala, and it's a beautiful spiritual center. So I stayed there for 2 years during the COVID lockdown, which was very amazing experience, but also it was very intense and challenging, as I was going through many health challenges as well. So then at some point I had to come back to Europe and stay in Europe, as it was better for me to recover my health. And then last year I went back to India again, and I went to Vrindavan for the first time, which is just a few hours below Delhi, and it's a very spiritual place where there are many Krishna devotees. It's very beautiful, and I really connected with the place and received a lot of spiritual inspiration and light and love, and the devotion and the singing, and just the places are so full of sweetness and love there. It's just amazing. It's one of my favorite places in the world because the energy is just so amazing, and you can connect with Krishna, Radha and Krishna, and the energy of the gopis. So yeah, when I came back to Europe again in April, somehow I was really missing this environment, this safe environment, and this kind of, when I'm in India, I feel somehow so free. I don't even completely understand it, but I just feel most comfortable there somehow. Like, I feel the most at peace, and like the most I can connect with the source, which we can call many names, but for me the source is one, and is what gives all of us life. So for me also devotion is that realizing that there is a higher power which is giving all of us this life, and which is creating everything. So yeah, it's big journey. The spiritual journey is also not always easy. There's also many challenges. I've also had many challenges, but I've also been really lucky to have parents who are also so much connected with spirituality, and through that I have had a very good upbringing as well. But it's also possible for everybody. Also, if you come from the city or from a business-oriented background, you can still, spirituality is universal. So basically, I really felt I wanted to start sharing my journeys with all of you, with the whole world. Just wanted to share it, you know, on YouTube and on all the platforms, because I feel people can learn so much from these experiences, and that's one of the main reasons also, you know. And another way, of course, also to support my travels. If I can get a little bit of income, I can also continue traveling and continue my spiritual path in this way. So that's also beautiful. So, but also to share with you all, of course, whatever I learn, whatever insights and journeys which I make. So basically, now I'm in Rome. I was actually not planning to be here. I was flying from Malaga to Delhi, but I had to step over in Rome, catch the next flight, which was to Dammam, Saudi Arabia, and from there to Delhi. But basically I couldn't enter the airplane. I was at the check-in gate, and I tried to check in online, but I wasn't able to. And at the check-in gate, they didn't allow me to board the airplane because I didn't check in online. So I was amazed. I thought, wow, huh? I have the ticket, I bought the ticket, I paid for it, I have it on my phone, I can show you. But they said, no, this is the rule of this airline from Wizz Air, that if you didn't check in online, you cannot board the airplane. So I thought, oh my God, that that is absolutely, it was a huge shock, no? So I tried everything. I said, please, you know, please make an exception, because I booked the flight and I was not planning to stay here. So in the end, the police came and they called the airline and they told me, you have to go to Terminal 1 upstairs and they will help you to get a new ticket. So I was feeling relieved and I thought, oh, that is good. At least I can get a new ticket from the airline. But then, yeah, long story short, it was very complicated. They sent me from one office to the next, to the next, to the next, and in the end nobody could help me. So I thought, oh, okay. It's also a big lesson in acceptance, and also, yeah, that if you go to India, you need to check in, you need to check what is every airline has their own policy, apparently, and you know, I've never experienced this before, that they don't allow me to board the airplane from not checking in. But apparently some airlines have this policy, so it's always good to check if you fly to India or somewhere, if you need to check in online. So anyway, I had to buy a new ticket. Luckily I could find a very good ticket from Rome to New Delhi, which is leaving tomorrow, Friday, at 11:30 in the morning, and it's quite a direct flight. It takes 12 hours with one stopover in the Middle East, and it was only 170 euros, so it's very good price. So that was a good luck. Then I booked it, and the next thing was finding out where I'm going to stay for the next days. So I was looking on the internet for different ashrams and temples near Rome. But yeah, staying at the ashram and a temple, that was a little bit complicated, so I had to look for some good accommodation, and I was surprised. It's quite expensive, because apparently Rome is a lot more pricey than Spain, where I'm coming from. So I was like, oh, 60, 70 per night is quite a bit for me, because I'm trying to save my money to stay in India for traveling, and in India everything is much cheaper. So I had to search quite a bit, but in the end I found this very nice room where I'm in now. It's a shared room with 4 beds, so 4 people are staying, and this is very nice. It's by the sea, by the coast, so you can see we have a balcony with the view of the sea here. And the name of the village is called Ostia. It's near to Rome, and so I've been staying here now. You have the beach right here. I went for a little swim yesterday, and yeah, it's been a big lesson of acceptance, and also that we always have to stay quite alert and focused when we do this kind of things, because, well, also the airlines, when you get a cheap ticket, they really have these little letters and everything. You really need to read everything throughout, or just make sure that you're not, lacking something, because I never would have thought that they wouldn't allow me to board the plane. But so now that I've learned this, hopefully it will never happen again, because I know now that, okay, I need to check in online. Otherwise they won't allow me to board the plane. But yeah, I feel like also these challenging situations we also learn a lot from, and we grow also. So just trying to practice also positivity and mindfulness and surrender, you know, because all of this is just, in the end, is all part of the divine plan. So trying to see it like that. And also I've been meeting now again some lovely people, as when you travel you tend to meet special people everywhere. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be traveling to India, so I'm going to be sharing my journeys. And if you want to stay updated, then subscribe to the channel, and you can stay notified for new videos, new updates. I'll be traveling to the Himalayas, to Rishikesh, to Gangotri, to Vrindavan, to Kerala. So many beautiful things to share with you all, and I look forward. So namaste. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may we all stay connected with the Divine Source. Jai Ma, Jai Amma, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Sitaram, Radhe Shyam. See you in the next video.